While there is no absolute on this subject, there are definitely some parameters that can help you be eligible for more gates, and that can make your life a bit easier. Bumper pole or fifth wheel. If you've never driven a trailer before, the pros and cons of each may not be obvious to you. Let's compare them. Firstly, larger RVs tend to be fifth wheels. The obvious advantage for the guard is living space, slide outs, and nicer amenities. Fifth wheels also tend to be easier to maneuver while driving because the weight is on the tow vehicle is in the bed of the truck, rather than extended behind it. They also have less sway at highway speeds due to their weight. What are some of the disadvantages? Anytime we are dealing with larger equipment to haul, there is a possibility of needing a larger tow vehicle. In the case of the fifth wheel, you will also need a hitch if your truck doesn't already have one installed. A fifth wheel hitch installation costs from $600 to $1,000 on average. The part alone costs $350 to $600. Sometimes it's not in the budget when just starting out, especially if you need an entirely different vehicle. Potential RVers should also consider the spike in travel costs due to a larger vehicle and the larger load to haul. A bumper pull trailer may be the way to go if you're just starting out, don't have a hefty tow vehicle, or if your truck doesn't already have the fifth wheel hitch installed. They do tend to be smaller, but sometimes that means being eligible for more gates due to limited space on some sites. Many guards who are just starting out as full-timers and or gate guards will go this route, use the money they make while gate guarding, and then eventually upgrade their setup.
Hi, I'm Marshall.
Hi, I'm Aaron.
We've been on the road full-time since May of 2023. When we started our adventure, we were in a 30-year-old 18-foot camper that we picked up off Craigslist for $1,000. And it got the job done, but with 2 big dogs and a cat, we knew that we were going to have to find something more sustainable for us to live in.
And that's when we found jgsecurity.
jgsecurity we saw as an opportunity for us to trade some of our highly valued time for some money that we desperately needed to get into a new camper. And after 5 months on the job with J&G, we were able to pay off a lot of our debt and get what we now consider to be our dream camper.
Which is what we're in right now.
Thank you to J&G for providing us such an amazing opportunity to really push ourselves to the limit, see what we're capable of, and earn a lot of money on the way along.
Set our eyes to going more states and seeing the views and everything.
The first step in our journey had to be getting something different. You know, you can only pull so much with a 20-year-old SUV. And it just didn't get the job done. And now that we've been able to establish ourselves, our next year, we've been filing out road trips and figuring out everywhere we're going to go when we're not working. So, thank you, J&G Security.
What about motorhomes? Many of our guards have motorhomes varying in classes. The only catch with a motorhome in terms of gate guarding is that you must have a separate vehicle by which you can run your errands. A lot of times folks with Class B vans or Class Cs, over-the-cab sleepers, do not travel with another vehicle in tow. On our 24/7 gates, the RV must remain on site at all times, not only as a visual cue for drivers to stop, but for shelter for the guard working. On a park off-site gate, the client most likely has chosen this due to not wanting an RV on site at all. In that case, the other vehicle would be used to commute to and from the gate from a nearby RV park. It is important to know that scooters, motorcycles, side-by-sides, etc. will not be sufficient as your grocery getter. What type of RV is acceptable? On our 24/7 gates, there are a few types of setups that we put on our gate. Small pop-ups, truck campers, and tents would be too small, too exposed, or otherwise too vulnerable to damage by traffic or weather for our clients to be comfortable to have on their sites. It is important to understand that most of our sites we service are some of the most safety regulated in the world. Though we would be happy to make exceptions occasionally, there are certain guidelines we have to follow. Conversions. We have many folks that live in renovated school buses and vans. In fact, a recruiter lives in a converted school bus. They are usually the talk of the town on the gate, so be prepared to chat. The only time a conversion would not be acceptable is if the guard did not have a second vehicle, if an RV was not fully equipped with a bathroom, shower, kitchen, heat, or AC, or if it's rather undone or unsightly. Can we get paid more? If you have solar, it's always an asset as a gate guard or even just as an RVer. It is always a plus to be able to generate your own power, conserve water, and take advantage of free camping. However, we are generally legally not allowed to have our guards on a site without providing with a support trailer. The advantage of being self-contained is also that you have the option to turn the generator off during the day to enjoy the silence between vehicles. You could also be eligible for more remote gates that may be outside our normal service areas due to the fact that should something happen with our support equipment, your redundant systems could help you until we get there. To sum things up, if you're looking at an RV to buy specifically for gate guarding, we suggest something around 20 to 30 feet in length. Something small enough to fit in most spots, but large enough to be comfortable for you and your partner for the duration of your availability. If you don't have the arrangement for a fifth wheel, bumper poles work perfectly well. We also recommend having a safety inspection performed to ensure your systems all function properly. Doing some research about your specific model will help you troubleshoot issues while on the road or on a gate. Also, make sure to visit our Guards Facebook page, jgnation. Thanks for tuning in.